push the button.
Okay.
And then while you're doing that, I'm going to, hey, welcome. We are live.
Yeah.
We're live. Peggy, do you know how to fix your chair? So
no, not really.
on the left, on that side.
This side?
We're
There's a button.
You guys, here's real life
go.
right
Okay,
here.
got it. We
Peggy
got it.
had to pop her
I got
chair
the
up.
chair. Got the chair.
Really? Like right now? All right. Well, let me put this in.
I just broke my fingernail too. I've got my microphone.
All right. Well, we've got our iPhone on, unless this was something here.
Mm-hmm. Janet can't hear us. Good morning, Barbara. We're looking to see if we can hear people.
That's old. That's old news.
Okay.
All right. I guess. All right. Yeah. Well, here we go.
Okay, we're going to try again.
Peggy's got her chair adjusted.
Yeah, I do. I'm sitting up
so
now.
that is fixed. Teresa's getting us the rest of what we need. So thank you, Teresa. There's Teresa.
Yes, Teresa.
Look at her fun Halloween.
Yeah.
I know, it feels like Christmas here, but Halloween, darn it.
Oh my gosh. It does feel like Christmas. It does feel like Christmas. I'm just going to take a little spin. Tomorrow we're going to take you through a tour of all of this fun Christmas things that's happening here at Memory Bound, our holiday open house.
I know, when I came in this morning, I think I spent 20 minutes just walking around to see everything.
A lot
it's
has
just
changed
so
this
neat.
week.
Yeah, so many fun things.
We've had a wonderful staff here this week, and everybody's been getting things changed up for the event, and it sounds like it's all good to go. And
I know, lots of Christmas decor, lots of Christmas kits, lots of Christmas projects. You guys are going to be amazed tomorrow when they go through it all. It is just so fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And I guess a good reminder from Chris, she says, happy Halloween Eve to all of us. And this used to be Beggars Night in our area when the kids went trick-or-treating, and now they changed it this year.
Well, in the town I live in, they still have Beggars Night. It is tonight.
Oh, they do? It's still tonight? Okay.
I think we're one of the few.
Barbara wishes she lived closer. She's in Tennessee. We wish you were closer too. And Betty says hi to Teresa. So, and hello to Peggy, because Peggy's here today. And we've got Janet here. So thank you, Janet, for being there in the background for us. And Peggy, do you want to tell us a little bit about what we're going to do? Then we're going to show you a new product, and then we're going to get back to the main event.
Back to the main event. We are going to be talking about Vicki Boutin Irresistibles. The Irresistibles from the 49 and Market. With the Willow Grove collection, they came out with them for the first time. They came out with the Irresistible, I think this is just Irresistible Curiosities set, and then the Irresistible Focus set. And then from Echoes in Time, they came out with the one to match that collection as well. And in projects today, I'm using some of the Focus and some from the Echoes of Time. So these are just I think it's, we've all used rub-ons before. Probably most of us have probably used rub-ons in some way or another. But this is just a really unique product because they're white for one thing, but they resist ink. So you can ink over them and they'll show through, and it's so fun to watch them come alive on a project. So I'm going to show you a couple things that I've made with them, and then we're going to do a layout from start to finish so you guys can see just how they come alive.
We love it. And when those were being developed and they first were issued to stores where we could order them, Janine Meyerowitz, the owner of 49 and Market, was so excited and was telling me about them, Peggy. And I don't think I really totally understood until
you can see it.
until you did your sample with the flip.
Yeah,
the
they're
flip
just
book.
so neat. I mean, you can see how they kind of come alive if you add ink to them. They are just really cool. But you don't have to add ink. You can use them, just as white. Like if you put it on a darker background, you can rub it on that way if you have like darker paper to put it on. And a lot of times with rub-ons, that are colored, if you put them on a dark background, you can't see them as well. On these, you can see them, so they're just so pretty. Really great stuff, I think. I love this product.
Well, it is really neat. And when you guys see it in use today, you're going to love it.
Yeah.
And before you see it in use today, what we're going to do is show you some new things that have come in. Peggy, we have a lot of comments about people that can't make it to the holiday open house. And we wish everybody lived down the street so everyone, all
Yes.
of you could
Mhm.
join us. But we also will have a video tomorrow,
Yeah.
and we'll be taking it slow and easy, showing you everything.
Mhm.
And there is a category online for where the specials will be, and we're working on getting those set up
Mhm.
right now. And they
Yeah.
probably aren't totally set up yet, but we're working on it. So
Oh, and wait till you see all the kits and the projects. So inspiring. So
hey, we have
inspiring.
4 kits alone from
Mhm.
Maggie. Maggie
Yeah.
has designed 4 different project kits for us. So
Oh, wait till you see her book. It is so pretty.
yeah, we can't
So
wait.
pretty.
Cannot
Mhm.
wait. All right, well let's show what came in new. And
Okay,
should we show the 49 and Market first
let's
since you
do
were
since we're
talking
going to
about
be
that?
talking about them. Yeah. They have come out with some new albums,
I don't know.
which are kind
Let's
of
try the
cool.
down camera
Okay.
and see what happens. Oh,
Alrighty.
I got to do that, don't I, Peggy?
Okay. Yep. Mhm.
Let's try the down
Okay.
camera and maybe I can do it. Here,
Let's
let's
slide it
do,
over a little bit.
I think we can just do
I'm going to
this. Is
slide it just a tish. There we go.
that better?
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And do
I
we
think we're
need to
okay.
get, I can move it down
Yep.
if you need me to, like this.
I think we're okay here. Okay. Okay. You want to start with, let's start with the albums.
Yeah,
and go
let's
to
do the
inserts.
albums first.
Those two.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Let me hand stuff to
Yep.
Peggy. Let's show these albums and the inserts, and then we'll
Okay.
show the binders.
Okay. All right. So we're going to start with the quad fold albums, and they come in black or white, and they are quad fold. And when Janine was here a couple weeks ago, I'm going to go up just a little
Here, I
bit
can
on
check.
that. Yeah, so I can see a little bit more. When Janine was here a couple weeks ago, this is what she used in one of her classes for us, was the quad fold album. So our
The quad flip.
flip album base.
They're
Yeah.
calling it quadruple flip now,
Mm-hmm.
but it was the quad flip folio,
Yep.
and now it's the quadruple
It's a hard
flip
thing to
album
say.
base.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a hard thing to say. And this is what she used in the class that she taught here. And I'm going to grab this real quick and show this.
Diane says she's glad she can't come to the holiday open house. She's going to max out her card here from home. Oh,
Oh,
Diane, you're always so funny.
Yes,
I love,
you are. I
love seeing
love
your
comments from you.
So this
mhm.
is actually you can purchase this as a kit. This was
Yeah.
designed by
Mhm.
Janine, and what Peggy's showing you
Mhm.
is not complete. It doesn't have the cover done or any of the embellishments.
But you can see how it kind of opens up to, a folder here,
Well,
a pocket.
it opens up blank.
Right.
These are all added extra.
Okay.
So you just get the actual
Because
folder
then you get the
itself.
inserts.
Yes, and
Right?
then there's
You
two
can get the
different inserts.
2 different inserts that you get and to make like the pockets and things like that. And this is just so neat. I love this.
And we have a testimonial from Cheryl because she took
Mhm.
the class with Janine. This is project Janine taught in a class,
Yeah.
and she says it's an awesome album
I mean,
base.
look at this.
And
So much fun.
so
It's
all of
very
these
interactive.
flips are extra. They are an insert that you can add. You're going to get the flat base itself.
Mm-hmm.
And Peggy's going to show you the inserts too. So the quad flip folio or quadruple,
it just
whatever
keeps
base.
opening and opening
It does.
and opening.
It's got 4
It's so
sections.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
That's why it's called
quadruple.
quad. Oh, and Donna
Oh, look
said
at
she
this.
took the class and loved it. So
Mhm.
Donna made this also in class.
Yes.
So you're kind of seeing 2
Mhm.
things at once now. You're
Yeah.
seeing the set 1 of the inserts along with
Mhm.
the quad. I'm going to call it the quad flip folio,
Yeah.
just for sake of going quicker, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that pretty? I love that. And that's made starting with, oh, that's the triple one. Made with starting with the quadruple folio, fold folio, and then the insert, right?
And set 1 is what's used in the
Set 1.
project, but there are
Okay.
2 different
Yep.
inserts.
2 different sets, and they come in black or they come in white. So assortment 1 and assortment 2.
We need to show did we show the black album?
Not yet.
Okay. This is so confusing.
I'm just going to keep building.
Okay,
Here.
Peggy's making a big
Mhm.
pile, but
Yep.
let me just
Mhm.
say this. There is the quadruple flip and there's the triple flip.
Yes.
And each of those comes in black and it comes in white. And there are 2 sets of inserts, set 1 and set 2, and they come in white and black.
Yes.
So if you get a
Set
black
1 and
album,
set 2.
typically people would get the black inserts, but of course you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you get set 1 and set 2, and you can do so many things with it. I mean, Stacy just said that she and her daughter are going to come tomorrow because they came to the class and they enjoyed it so much. Her daughter wants to make another one. So that's fun. Okay, it says our camera is slightly slanted. I need to go. I think, is that better? I hope that's better. Maybe.
And yeah, push it up a bit. I think you'll be good.
Okay. All right. So the inserts, again, there's 2 sets. There's assortment 1, it comes in black and white, and assortment 2 comes in black and white. And those fit into, they do fit into all 3 of the sets that we're showing today, don't they? Not just the quad.
Yeah.
Okay, so they fit into all 3 of the sets. So then the triple flip album base, we have that in black and white as well. Oop. So black and white as well on that one.
These are hard to show because they're big and bulky.
Yeah, they are.
So the triple will also take those inserts that Peggy showed you.
And then we have the Foundations Essential Binders. And those, they're a 2-ring binder. They hold 6 by 8 pages. And you can use the inserts in this too? Or
I'm not really sure how that works with that, but because they do come with pages.
Okay. And it says, yeah, 2D ring binder. So yeah, the 6 by 8, that comes in white and it comes in black as well. So both of them in white or
I'm
in black.
excited about that. And I think it tells you the pages. If you flip it over, you can see what you're going to get inside of the albums. So you get 8 single sheets and 4 assorted page protectors. So 8 single sheets, and you see that they have the 2 holes that are already punched, and then you get the page protectors as well. So they're assorted page protectors. So I'm going to guess there's like a full page and maybe like pocket pages. I'm sure there's some pockets and flips because that's how
that's what they do. That's how they roll.
That's the latest release from 49 and Market, which is pretty exciting. And then let's see what else we have here, Peggy.
We have some.
Oh, those are brand new. Those little die cuts. And then I'm going to get you this. I'm going to grab this to make it a little easier.
Okay. We have some new die cuts that are Thanksgiving fall. The first one, Fall Family Fun. Isn't that pretty? I mean, the colors are so pretty on that. I love this. This is a great size for a layout too, or
I think it's
one of these albums. It would go great on one of these albums.
Oh, on the front cover?
Yeah, look at that. I mean, it would fit on there so nicely.
There you go.
It would really fit on there really quite nicely. So I like that one.
I'm bringing the camera closer to you, Peggy.
All righty. And then there's Thankful and Blessed, which is another really nice die cut. And these are not priced, so I'm not sure how much they are, but that's a nice Thanksgiving one. And then Happy Thanksgiving. Sometimes Thanksgiving gets lost
it's
in the...
hard to find Thanksgiving things.
But I really like how they made these in fall colors too. So your fall papers will go with it really nicely. Okay, and then we have some new Christmas product.
Yeah, that's the grunge.
The grunge paper pad. This is what, almost 8.5 by 11.
I think it's 9 by 12 probably,
9 by 12,
but I'm not sure.
So yeah, I mean, we'll just kind of flip through it real quick. Looks like you get
it has some
3
really, really beautiful vintage papers.
Nice green in there. Ooh, look at that one. That one's really pretty. Red. Ooh, look at all the script in that. That is really cool. I like that one too. Really pretty. These are great background papers, I think.
They are, and they go with, we have a whole grunge section, and it's just more from studio grunge or studio light grunge, and it has been super popular. That's Peggy, really before we show the next item, we're going to need, we have a request to see the back of these so people can see what's in them, and that is assortment 1 on top.
Okay.
And Peggy will look at it here. And
so you have includes the enclosures for a lot of different options for how to do things. You get the waterfall
So you get the
piece,
pocket,
so
the
you get that, the
waterfalls.
pockets to go in there. You get portrait photo mats and landscape photo mats, 2 of each, and they're all 4x6, 6x4. 2 pockets, 4 spine hinge pieces. I
I
can't
like that.
springe.
I think springe is perfect
There
for
you
that,
go.
Peggy. I
For
love
people
it.
that can't talk on a Thursday, and
Or
and you
Friday.
can,
I thought it was Friday today.
you
So
can use them in any combination as you want. I mean, the way that they were used in the quad album that we showed, you don't have to use them in that order. You can use them in any order that you want. So that the assortment 2, it comes with portrait and landscape pages that you can use, photo mats that are 4x6 and 6x4. You can turn in either direction. You get 5 spine hinge pieces and pieces that can be scored and glued in various configurations. So it kind of shows you here what you can use with that. So this is the assortment. Assortment 1 is the one that was used in the class, and then there's assortment 2.
So if you like to be creative and kind of do your own thing,
Yeah.
the quad and the triple folio covers are perfect. And if you like to have something kind of already prepared and ready to go, then get the binder albums. And this is the latest release from 49 and Market. Donna thought it was Friday too. I really thought today was going to be Friday.
Donna, I'm glad we're all on the same page
Yeah.
today. I really am.
I am too.
We're just a little confused there. So we're just anxious to show all of our Christmas open house.
Yeah, we are.
So this is a new Christmas decor kit that we have from Crepe Paper, and it is mini houses. It's an advent calendar, so you make a lot of little houses with this. This is cool. Look at that.
It's kind of been we ordered that in because we had one last year, and it's actually I think it's coming back in stock, and we've got another one, Peggy, I want to grab.
This is really fun. I like the little houses, and I mean, you could set that like on a coffee table or a couch table on any kind of table, even like if you have a window seat or something, that would just be a really cute,
or one of the tiered trays that we have coming up special
that we have coming up. Yes, the tiered trays. We have this. So this is Crepe Paper by Crepe Paper, $19.99.
Mittens and mistletoe is
Mittens
the collection
and mistletoe,
from that.
and then we have the Studio Light DIY Village. So this one is you punch it out and you fold it up. And we did have this in stock one other time, but it sold out, but it's back now. And you get little stickers that you can kind of put on those houses too, to make the little neighborhood.
Both making that one, Peggy. So.
Oh, cool!
All right, and then we got in a collection from Pretty Little Studio that we want to show you guys because I think you'll love it. Also,
these were really popular last year too. I think I can remember these little die cut pieces. So from Pretty Little Studio. Lots of die cut.
Closer on these. Whoops,
down on this one.
Hang on, Peggy. I just dislodged the camera.
Whoopsie.
I think it might be on there now.
Okay,
it's loose, isn't it? Okay.
All right, we'll just get started here. So we have the pink Santa vintage die cuts, and you get a lot of different Santa pieces with that. How cute is that? And then we have holiday season die cuts. And you get 13 different die cuts with that. And these are all $4.99 that I'm showing right now. The St. Nick, you get 16 die cuts with this one. Lots of Santa Clauses for all you Santa Claus lovers. If you're a Santa Claus lover like me, you guys, these are just so much fun. So St. Nick, and then we have Santa Claus die cuts, 17 pieces with that. And again, lots of Santa Clauses. I mean, you can't go wrong with the Santa Claus, right? And then we have, this is just called Carol, and you get 21 pieces with that one. And there you go. So, I mean, some of these can be used all throughout winter, not just Christmas, but that's called Carol. This one is called Winter Fun, and it has 18 different die cut pieces, lots of outdoor fun, like if you have things for your kids that you want to do. And then we have Berry Christmas, and it's Beary for berry. And there's 16 in here, and they're all little teddy bears and mice and stuffed animals. So cute. Diane, I know we want one of each of these two. I'm telling you, they're so cute. Woodland Christmas from 16 die cuts on this one, and nice little assortment of little characters for Christmas season. And then Dasher Reindeer on this one, 11 pieces, but you get all of Santa's reindeer on this one. So cute. And then we have Prancer Reindeer. So another reindeer package. Again, lots of little reindeers, 14 on that one. Then we have the evergreen trees, and look at these. These are already stitched for us.
Those are different.
I
know.
love
Those are
these.
different.
This one might be coming home with me today.
Might.
Might be.
We know what
Okay.
that means.
There's 29 pieces in that. Look at those trees. Those are so fun. And they're all stitched. That's cool. And then we have Jolly Santa, I believe is what this one is called. And there's 14 in that. Yep, Jolly Santa, 14 die cuts in that one.
They're just really,
Mhm.
I just can't resist
Yeah,
them.
they're
Those
so
are
cute.
so cute.
And Penguin Christmas, if you guys are penguin lovers, I have a girlfriend that's a big penguin lover. I know that she will get these. 21 little penguins in that one. How can you resist all those? Those are so adorable. I
hard.
love those. Love those. And then we have a few more. We have the Animal Christmas. These are a little bit bigger package. There's 30 pieces in this one. This one is $7.49. Very cute. And then we have Kris Kringle. This one has 30 pieces in it. And it is $7.49 as well, but lots of Santa Clauses in this one. And I think Janet's linking most of these for us too. Christmas Morning on this one, 25 pieces in this collection. These are a little bit bigger, I think, and these are $7.49 as well. So 25 Christmas Morning. And then we have little words. So the Merriest Word stickers. So cute. Lots of things that you can add to cards or layouts or tags, whatever you want to make. $3.99 for this, just a sheet of phrase stickers. These are really nice too. Kind of little ones there.
All right.
Cute, cute,
We got
cute.
through all those, Peggy.
Yep,
So
got through all
before we
those.
go on to our Irresistibles, I
Mhm.
just wanted to share what we did yesterday.
Yep, Katie's card kit. Great card kit. This is the Farmstead Harvest card kit that Katie showed yesterday. A little glary there. Using Farmstead Harvest papers, and it makes 8 cards and some really cute ones. You use the cut apart sheet, some of the tags, and you get a set of dies in there, a set of leaf dies from Echo Park in the kit. So 8 cards. There's 1. Here's 2. Move up just a tish. There's 3. I love how Katie used the enamel dots and the leaves on these. So cute. Very nice.
It makes 8 cards. It's
Yeah.
$28.99,
how she
and
used
you
the-
get the die, the
Yes.
Cartabella die, which is
Yeah, can't go wrong
$8
with that one.
value in itself.
This one. Oh, she must
And
use
if
the
you
back.
missed
Okay.
out, you can go back and look at our video from yesterday,
Yeah.
and it'll be on our blog, but probably not till later next week.
Very cute. Very cute.
So thank you, Katie.
Yeah. Yeah. We had a couple questions earlier. One person asked about a Valentine line coming in. Did we mention something
We
about
have
that last
ordered a
week?
Valentine
Okay.
collection, but honestly, I don't know that. Can't tell you the name of it, you guys. I'm sorry about that, but I usually am living ahead of time season wise, but I don't know the name. But we have ordered our first Valentine collection. Typically,
So
they
fun.
start shipping in like November, end of November.
Just a little bit. Okay. So that's all of our new stuff. So now we are going to move into talking about the Irresistibles. Again, we're talking about the Vicki Boutin Irresistible Rub-Ons from 49 and Market. These are Focus from the Willow Grove. They kind of coordinate with the Halloween assortment paper if you have that, but also with the Willow Grove papers. The Echoes in Time, and that kind of it matches the Joanne Bain line, the Echoes in Time from 49 and
But
Market.
you could use it. It doesn't
And
have to be
no,
used with that.
no,
That just was the release.
exactly. It just came with that release. And this is Irresistible Curiosity. So these came out with Willow Grove, the Curiosities in Willow Grove. But this is very versatile, I think. And Teresa used it on a card that I'll show real quick too. So you can kind of see how all three of those sets work. And so when those came in, and I did that flip book Halloween class with Vicki Boutin, we got to use those, and I was so impressed with them. I came back and I said, you know, these are so much fun. We have to show them. And then Teresa did her card video last week, and she used them. And this right here is rub-on. The white words are rub-on. And a lot of times, in order to get white to show up, we have to emboss it. And
Right.
so
That's true. The
I
heat
think the
emboss. Yeah.
one great thing about these Irresistibles is that if you put it on a darker paper, it shows up white because they resist your ink, or you know, on the dark paper they're going to show up. But if you put them, you know, just on white paper and go over them with ink, they're going to show up that way. And I think that is just it's such a great idea. I love this. And how cute is this card? I mean, it's just so pretty with the fall colors on there. Teresa did a great job with that.
Really stands
It
out.
pops.
Yeah.
It really pops out. And so after I did that flip book, I thought I need to use these and kind of just play around and see what I can do, you know, with the different rub-ons that I had left over. And so I just took the focus rub-ons that I had left over, and actually I'm going to grab what I had left over because I had a few, and you'll see that mine are kind of cut apart here. That'll give you an idea of kind of what they look like too. But they come on a sheet, just like your regular rub-ons will come on a sheet. But they're a little bit harder to see because they're white. I think I have to lift it up here so you can kind of see it there. There you go, you can kind of see it. But they're white, and they go onto your paper white as well. And then you can go over it with ink. You can go over it with spritz, whatever you want to go over it. It will resist the ink and show up white. And I think that is the greatest part about it. So what I did, I just started with some of my leftovers, and this was the first card or first tag that I did. And a lot of times when I want to experiment with things, I will go make a tag because it's a smaller format to use, and I just feel like I can kind of play around a little bit more when I do a tag than I can like if I'm doing a layout or a card, because I always, you know, feel like, you know, that card I have to send it to somebody, that layout, you know, other people are going to be looking at it. When I do a tag, I just feel a little more freer, that I can mess around and get kind of grungy and, you know, do whatever I want on that. So I took what Vicki had taught in the class, and I applied it to this tag. So you can see right here, this line, these little dots, this is all the Irresistibles. And so I just took my tag, I kind of laid the frame over it and kind of drew a line around it. So I knew I wanted to kind of keep this area open. And then I just took my Arctic Blitz ink. I used 49 and Market inks through all of this, the 49 and Market Arctic Blitz, and just I rubbed everything on, and then I went over it with the ink, and it just really came alive. And then to give it a little more depth, I added a little bit of black, the off the rails black, and you can kind of see that along the edges. And then I also splattered with it too. But that was how I did around the outside part. And then the inside part, I just used, you know, some of the scripty words from the rub-ons, and I first went over it with daffodils, so it's kind of the yellow, it's a lighter yellow, and you can kind of see that right in the middle.
I'm just moving you a little bit because we're going off we got to get you a little lower.
Okay,
so you're down where you're at.
All righty. And yes, you can put the tag on a scrapbook page if you want to. That works. A little bit.
I didn't want you to have to stretch way across the table to get into the camera view.
So then, you know, I did all the blue around there. left this area open so I could use some different colors. And I started with the daffodil. And you can kind of see it underneath the bird there. You can kind of see it there. And then I went over that with the Just Peachy. And then I used a little bit of rusty hinge that I had at home just to kind of go over the edges of it. And you can see how that white just really came alive underneath there. And I just think it gave it just really a fun little um, background to it, just kind of brighten things up. But I just thought, the frame, and then, I just used the leftovers that I had on here for this tag. And that was just really fun to play with and kind of figure out different things. And so then I thought,
Peggy,
well,
we
we'll
have a
try it.
comment.
Sure.
Diane says you could take the tag you just made and you could always put it on a scrapbook layout.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a great idea.
Yeah.
And then Kathy has a tip about using rub-ons, and I've not heard of this, but
No, I haven't either.
someone told me that they saw you, Kathy, this last weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and she runs it through her Big Shot. So she peels off the back, puts it on, and runs it through her Big Shot. And I guess the pressure of the Big Shot, instead of rubbing it, presses it onto the paper instead of rubbing. Now, I haven't tried
I'm
that.
going to have to try that one.
But
I'll
give
have
it
to
a try,
report back on
everybody.
that one. Yeah, and report back. That would be a lot easier than rubbing everything, but it's okay. I think that's a great, especially if you're using a bigger one. I think because you can get that even pressure going through it. I think that's a great tip. Now on this tag, I started off with just a diamond stencil, and then shifted it over to get the second color. But this is the Off the Rails, the black, and I when I did it with my blending brush, I would put it in my ink. I'd start dark up here and then just kind of go lighter as I went down. So, all in one motion, I just did it. And then every time I needed to reload the ink, I would start at the top again so that it would stay dark up there and come lighter down toward the bottom. So that way I could get that that difference in coloration. And I use the same combination of lighter colors, the daffodil followed by the Just Peachy with a little bit of rusty hinge around there to get that look. And I really like that look. And you'll see in the journal that I'm going to show that we did that too. I really like that look, a lot of fun. My rub-on, I didn't think about it beforehand. I put the rub-on after I inked, and you can kind of see it there. It's not quite as bright as what I wanted, so I thought, well, you should probably put that on before you ink, and it would probably work better. And it did the next time I did it, but it still shows.
That's how you learn, right,
Yeah,
Peggy?
exactly. And that's why I do these
looks.
tags. It's just, easy. It's easy. If you mess up, it becomes a new technique. So that's what I like about it. And then I used one of the frames from the documented frame necessities from the Willow Grove line. And I think this is documented frames 2.
Frame necessities, maybe too.
So it's from with the Willow Grove line, and it has a lot of really fun tags and phrases and things like that on here. And that's what I used for this frame. And for, oopsie.
Oh, I didn't mean to hit the bell.
And for this little label, it was also already printed. I really like that. And then the pieces, these are all leftover pieces from the Halloween collection that I used for the flip book, and that's how I started to do all of this. But you'll see the frame. I cut that frame off right here.
Looks good.
And then it made an appearance right there. The part I cut off.
Yeah,
made
hold
an
them
appearance
together
right there.
now.
So there's the frame. And if you put it this way, the frame matches up there.
That was a good idea.
So again, it was laying on my table. Why not use it? So I just added it onto that.
The frames are $8.99, and you get 81 pieces. So you get lots of frames and words and good things in there for
I've used
the price.
a lot of the frames. I mean, I used it on here. I used one here. And then down here, the word document. Again, I just, put it on a darker paper and it shows up. I did go over it a little bit. I kind of wanted to darken it up a little bit. So I went over it with Off the Rails ink. And so that kind of darkened it up just a little bit. But I really, really like, that you can see the white on the dark paper. That's the one thing that I love most about these is just, I love that they're white. And then I thought, well, I wonder if you can, I've done the ink, I've kind of splattered the ink, I used a stencil. but what else can I do? So then I went to this tag and I thought, well, I want to grunge this one up just a little bit. And so I rubbed on, this larger piece of of one of the rub-ons, and then I used my Forest Moss Distress ink on it because I
Ooh, that's a
actually,
pretty color.
it is a really pretty color. I wanted to see what color it really was on paper because I wanted to use it on the layout that we're going to do, but I wanted to make sure it was the right color. So that's why I kind of went to this tag just to see if it was the right color for me. And it was, and I really liked it. So the Forest Moss Distress ink, and that's all the way around the outside. I used Wilted Violet because when I looked at my color wheel, the olive green and the wilted violet were kind of complementary
Oh,
on the color
neat.
wheel. So that's how I knew that I could use the purple with the green and know that it would blend. They would complement each other. So if you have a color wheel and you have a color that you're not really sure what color to go with, it go to your color wheel and see what is a complementary or secondary color that will match, and it will always blend that way. And that's the great thing about the color wheel. But I just went over it with the forest moss and then the wilted violet over the stencil, and then I put a little bit of off the rails on there too along the edges, and then I took peel paint distress spritz because I thought, well, I know ink works with it, but will it resist the spritz as well? And you know what? It does. And you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see how it
If you
shines,
tip
it
it,
shimmers. You can see a little bit of the shimmer there, but it shimmers on there and it really does resist the spritz. So I was really happy with that. And then I just took a baby wipe and my stencil, laid my stencil on top and took the baby wipe and kind of took a little bit of color off to kind of create that look too.
kind of made a shadowy
Yeah,
look.
because I'd never done that before either. And I thought, I see people online doing it all the time. Why not try it? And again, when I make a tag, I feel a little more freer about, trying things out. It was a lot of fun to kind of do that. And then, I just used, some stamps that I had at home and just stamped a few things. Probably should have stamped that down here more, but I had ideas for things down there and I just didn't do it.
It looks
But,
good. They look
but I like
great.
it. I like
Stacy
it.
says it's beautiful, and forest moss
So,
is her favorite color.
forest moss, I'm liking it a lot. It's really a pretty thing.
And Rhonda loves the
Mhm.
green and purple and brown together.
And
She thought
I
that
wouldn't
looked
have
really
thought
good.
about putting the purple on there if I hadn't had my color wheel. And I think that
Good
is
old color
yeah,
wheel,
the
right?
color wheel. Then I thought, well, after I had done this tag and really liked how, that stenciling went, but I wanted to try stenciling over the rub-on. Then I went to this and I grabbed the 49 and Market, the Journal Essentials notebook. And I've been wanting to do a gratitude book for November. I wanted to do some type of gratitude project. And this has, I think, 10 pages altogether in it. The covers, and then I think there's 5 pages on the inside. And I thought, well, that's enough to do, one
Yeah.
page every
And how
week.
much is that
And this
notebook?
is $8.99 for this notebook, and it's a really nice spiral book.
What
And
is it, like 6 1/4 by
6
8?
1/4 by 8. And so I just wanted to do that. I'll show you the inside. I haven't done anything on the inside of it yet, but you get a pocket
Yeah, it's good to see the
right here.
inside.
You get a pocket on there, and then each of the pages have tabs. So you can kind of see, where the tabs are. And I thought, I would use one page for each week on here. And then, there's a pocket here. And what I thought I would put in the pocket, I found some journal prompts online that I printed off. And so I thought, well, I'm going to use one of these prompts each day during the month of November. And I'm going to write in here and just
That's a great idea.
I just think I need to do that. I just, feel like I need to do that. But what I did on this was, use that same stencil, that the diamond stencil, the Tim Holtz stencil, and kind of stenciled around there. And then right here, the Echoes in Time, one of the clocks from the Echoes in Time set. It would be the purple set. Grab that one. Oops, not that one. This one. It would be the Echoes in Time set that I used, and you can kind of see the clock on that. So I used that, right on here. And then I use the, there's a, can't find it. The Willow Grove ephemera, icons and titles ephemera set that I used. And these are the die cuts from that I used, along with the alphabet set, the paper trail alphabet stickers from that same collection. I just really like that. I just thought it all went together. I thought the typewriter, and then I just used, from one of the phrases in that ephemera set, it said the good stuff. I just cut it apart and put good stuff there. But the typewriter I thought was representative of what I was going to do with this journal. So I plan to use this. I will use some of the rub-ons on the inside just to kind of add some color and things, because they're flat. I can write right over them. So it's going to be good. So that's what I did with that. And now we're going to do a layout. We're going to do one start to finish. Yep.
Peggy, that we need to address. And one of them, we had a question about, does Memory Bound sell color wheels?
Yes.
And we do. And I'm guessing Janet will link that. I know there's one that we were out of stock of, but it's on its way. And hang on just a second, everybody.
I'm going to get my stuff out here while we do this.
I can't seem to get my hand in the right. This isn't really what I'm supposed to be doing right now. And now I got the help. Okay, just one second, everyone. We got this.
Yes, we do.
Peggy, you get your stuff ready, and we'll just give everybody a little break here.
Yep.
Oh, mic check. I didn't put my mic.
Oh,
there goes my microphone. All right. Thank you, Donna. I stepped away, took off my microphone so you wouldn't hear me talking to Teresa. And now I need to put it back on. And I have to do this or I can't get out of this page. And I've got big old typos here.
It's all right.
All right, we're just giving Peggy some time.
Yeah. So
all right, we have let's see. Carla loves the color cover of your journal.
Well, thank you, Carla.
And you talked about what you used, right, for your cover.
Yep.
And they want to know where you found the prompts because they would like to know about
You know
the
what?
prompts.
I just Googled November journal or November gratitude journal prompts, and there was like a list that came up, and I just kind of looked at them to see what fit me the best.
Which one is good for you?
Yeah. And the one I ended up with came from a website called carriell.com, CARRIEELLE.com, and that's the one that I'm going to use because it spoke to me more than some of the other ones. But it doesn't have to be a November gratitude one. You can just Google like gratitude journaling prompts and find something like that, or or just journaling prompts.
Okay. And then our other question is there a link to the Grateful page? I'm not sure what is the Grateful page.
Is it my book or that's gratitude?
I wonder if it's the notebook. I'm wondering, let us know if you're looking for the link to the notebook that Peggy used. Can you show it one more time, Peggy?
So this
she
is it,
used the 49 Market, the Journal Essentials 6
notebook.
1/4 by 8 notebook. And how much is that, Peggy?
This is $8.99 for the notebook.
And I'm partial to their notebooks because I did that fall one with the oxide.
Yes, you did. Yeah. And then I used the letter stickers, the paper trail letter stickers.
And how much are the letter stickers?
And the letter stickers are $5.99 each. And then I use the icons and titles ephemera set for the book, the glasses, the typewriter from Willow Grove. And these are $9.99. And you get 152 die cut pieces. And let me tell you, that's a lot.
That should do it.
Because I went through it a couple different times trying to select, pieces to use on this book and then pieces to use on the layout that we're going to be doing too.
Okay. And I think we are now caught up and ready to go.
All righty. All right. So we're going to start with this. And I just had these pictures
Peggy,
of my grandson.
Sorry to interrupt again, but what paper are you starting with?
Actually, this is.
It looks like mistletoe. Is that a mistletoe?
It is. It is the
we can't
mistletoes and memories from Vicki Boutin. And it is starters paper number 4.
Okay.
So it's from the Christmas line. But what I liked about it is the grid. That's what I wanted more than anything. I wanted the grid, and it has the green in it that I wanted. So that's what I started with. So there it is. And then I just had these pictures of my grandson, and because there's green in it, that's why I wanted the green on the outside. And really, you guys might get sick of green by the time we're done here because everything's going to be green on
Hey,
this
I
one.
like it.
But I like it. And so I'm going to start. I cut a piece of one of the rub-ons. I already, pre-cut it. This is kind of like a honeycomb.
And which one
shape.
is that from?
And this is from the Focus.
Focus.
So
Okay.
from the yellow package, the Focus. This is that came
I'm
out
going
of
to ask
here.
Peggy a lot of questions for you guys.
So what I just cut out the piece that I need. I'm going to peel it off.
And it's good to show that, Peggy, because some people don't know about how to use the rub-on.
And so that's what you
off
get.
The backing.
That's what you get. It's clear.
You cut the piece off that you wanted.
I cut the piece off that I wanted. I peeled off the backing, and now I'm just going to lay it on here, and then I'm going to rub it on.
And I'm going to move the camera down because we're just having trouble seeing.
A little too high.
We want to see Peggy and what she's doing. There we go.
I'm just going to rub this on here. And on this one, I'm not going to ink over it because I'm putting it on a darker paper. Okay. So then you want to just kind of take and peel it off. And as you peel it off, just kind of pull it off a little bit slowly so you can see if you've missed a spot. And you see I missed a spot right here on there. And so I'll just lay that back down and go over it again. And that way I know that I have the entire thing on there. So you just peel it off kind of slow and get that. And then you can see how it kind of came out on here. So I'm going to leave it like that. But the one thing about it is it's a little bit sticky. You can kind of see how it kind of comes up with my hand. And how do we fix that? We fix that with powder. And we just go over it with the powder tool. And we take that sticky right off of it. Just like you would if you were using, a piece from a sticker sheet and you wanted to make it a die cut. It doesn't stick anymore. So that's, and I wanted to put this on the darker color so you can kind of see it on the darker color. But I wanted to give this jar a little bit of texture as well. So that is one piece that we're going to use. Then I want to take, I've got a couple more pieces. So then I have this leaf pattern. These are so hard to see on camera. But once I get them on, you're going to be able to see it. And I'm going to, decided that I wanted to put this one. You can actually see it better after I peel it off.
So she's peeling it off.
There you can see it
really good. Yeah.
And I'm going to put that underneath here. About right there. And I'm going to just rub that on.
Yeah, we can't see that at all now, can we?
Not until I rub it. And then when I put my ink on it, you guys are going to be amazed at how it comes to life once I get the ink on it.
Oh, while you're rubbing that on, we just had an excellent message from Cheryl. And Cheryl, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. It's a testimonial. We have not paid Cheryl to say this, but she says, totally off topic, but if you're on the fence about getting one of the Simple Stories mystery boxes, she is telling you to jump off the fence and get one. It is amazing, and amazing is all capitalized. So Cheryl, thank you,
Cheryl,
very much. And like we said, she is not affiliated with Memory Bound in any way except for being a really strong supporter. And we didn't pay Cheryl to say that.
No.
And I think we sold a little over half of them. So we still have them available.
Have a few, yeah.
So don't miss out. You do get a ton of stuff, over $200 worth for, golly, $62.99, I think they are. And Janet's got it linked right here so you can see it in the comments. Janet said, not a paid promotion. Maybe we should sell commercials during our videos.
Maybe. Yeah.
And Rhonda has a question for you, Peggy. Do they stick if you add the ink first? Like, will they stick onto an inked surface?
Yes, because I did that with, where'd my tags go? I did that on this tag. I had already inked and stenciled this one before I put that one on. So yes, they will stick. They will stick.
So I think what we're looking at, and I didn't realize it, and maybe you guys did, but it's the flower in the background. Will you show that one more time?
Yeah, right.
Oh, wait, there. I might have to zoom. Oh,
Let's see,
Let's see if I can clear it up. So what she's talking about, the rub-on is that flower in the background. Now I'm getting it.
Yep. And I had stenciled and inked that before I put the rub-on on it. So yes, it does stick that way.
So if you had done that after, your flower would probably be a little more prominent.
Yeah.
You can put them on photos about any surface.
Yes, you can. You can. I think that's a great idea to put that, to know that they do go on photos. And this one is kind of a chain link from the Echoes in Time, and I just kind of wanted a little border over on this side of
You guys, I think this is going to be a big reveal because we can't really see on the camera the rub-ons, and I can't wait until we can actually see them, Peggy.
So we're just going to rub that on there. Yeah, you can't see where I put it on here because this is a lighter background. But when I start putting ink on here, you guys are going to be just amazed at how they come to life. Okay, so now I'm going to put my ink on here. And I'm going to start off, I'm just going to use the Forest Moss. And what I'm going to do is, let me think here. We'll just go ahead and rub those on.
And we have a question about the mystery boxes having card kits. I doubt it. I can't tell you for sure. I've seen inside of 3 mystery boxes, 4 customers that purchased them and couldn't wait to open them. But I can't tell you if I have not seen card kits, but
this
who knows?
One's coming alive.
It is. And what color are you using?
I'm using Forest Moss.
Oh, Forest Moss.
And look at that, how it's come alive for us here.
And that was the fern, wasn't it?
This is the fern, yep.
Well, let's see. Betty loves your creations with the Irresistibles.
Look at how that just really popped on there.
Val was going to go for a drive and listen to us, but her car is making a sound.
Is it the sound of my voice, Val?
I don't think so. She's coming. We'll see you later, Val.
Yep. And then the chain right over here.
Oh, this is okay. While you're inking,
I'm
going to let everybody know what Amy had to say, because this is really sweet, Amy, that she's a 22-year scrapbooker, but never used rub-ons until she started watching our videos in June.
Oh, yay.
And got up the courage to take the plunge. Now she's rubbing on like crazy. Thank you, Crafty Gals. I like that. I'm rubbing on like crazy. That is awesome.
I do too. Yes, I do too. I love that. I love to hear that. Now I'm going to add a little bit of ink to my page. So I brought just my stamp pad here, and I'm just putting some ink on that. And then I'm going to take my spritzer.
And And while
then
you're
going
to spray it. Oh, I'm wondering what you're doing here.
And then I'm going to just
and you
go
put
like this.
Oh yes, oh I love that, Peggy. I love it.
Just add a little bit more on there, maybe just a tish more. It gives it just a little bit of extra, color.
The color, yes, it does.
To a solid background, and you don't have to go heavy on it either.
So you gave 2. So
just
she
a couple
inked
little
it, and then her acrylic block, and then spritzed it like twice. And then, oh gosh, I do love that. I love seeing that.
Or if you're not real sure about doing it, by pressing your stamp block onto your page, you can do the same thing with a little more control if you have a little piece of cellophane.
Okay, you're going to show us that? Okay,
so I just took that, and I'm just going to put it on there, and wherever that cellophane is, I'm just going to add a little bit more.
I absolutely love this technique. I am so happy you're doing this. You always have cool inky backgrounds, and now we know the secret.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
and we have a
easy
question
peasy.
for you too, Peggy.
Yeah.
Does it matter if you use oxide versus distress?
No.
Or okay.
You can use oxide, you can use distress, whichever way you want to go, you can use. And I think that's kind of the joy of it all. You can just do that however you want. And then if you want to grunge it up just a tish, you can spray it.
Spray it again.
And actually what I like to do is kind of go, so I get a little bit bigger globs on there.
I've seen people take the little thing out of the bottle and do that.
I have too.
Diane says, fantastic tip. And Val from the UK, across the river or whatever we say,
Yeah,
across the
wherever.
water. She
There she
sent us
is.
a glimmer, and we're getting a glimmer from Val on Saturday. Oh my gosh.
Oh, goody,
I
goody.
can't wait. We'll report back on Monday,
Yep.
but that is so sweet.
But then I'm just going to kind of
And then you dabble
blot
it with a
out.
towel.
Yep, that way I can keep moving with it. So that's my background. And I know
Cool.
that my pictures.
I've always wanted to know how to do this, Peggy, and you just took care of
So
it
yeah,
for me.
I mean, you just kind of decide where you want your pictures to go. And I actually want this one down first because it's going to go behind.
Peggy's using her Easy Runner Grand, which tends
and
to
I
be.
use the blue in mine a lot. And so then
Jean has another, while you're gluing those
Yeah.
on, Jean has another comment that she says it makes a cool effect if you let it run down the page.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Love all your ideas, guys.
Yeah. It's a yeah. When you get it really wet, it will run down the page, and it does really look really neat. The only thing that I will say about that is if you do that, you want to make sure that you use a heavier weight paper like the Foundations paper from 49 and Market or the 49 and Market papers, because your paper will kind of warp a little bit if you don't.
If it gets too wet. Yeah, that makes sense.
And now I'm going to use one of the green frames from the Curiosities, and I'm going to put that right about here.
So that's
The
from the
frames are great.
documented
Yeah.
frame necessities.
You know, don't think that the frames have to frame a picture.
They don't have to be a
They
frame,
can be
right?
anywhere.
They can be
anywhere. Yep, exactly. And then this is a title from the ephemera pieces from the icons and titles. And I just thought, you know, observations from this day. I thought, you know, he's exploring. We're going to put that right across here and put that down. And then I have all my pieces laid out here that I want to use.
You know, sometimes there's so many pieces in that. Now, is the rest of your pieces from the icons and titles?
The rest are from the icons and titles, yes.
Which is 152 pieces.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just have to lay them all out on trays and see what you have and sort them by words or butterflies or whatever
and that's what I did. I took one of my, these are one of those spellbinders
the craft
trays,
craft
the craft stacks, and I just kind of went through I emptied out the entire package, and I kind of went through and thought, okay, this will work, that'll work, this will work, that won't work, you know, and kind of laid things out that way. And
but it's cool that the rub-on had the same like fern pattern as the ephemera pieces.
So they have that there, and
Val says you have cute boys.
I think so too, Val. Thank you.
Peggy's not biased at all, but
this one
is true.
If you look kind of closely at him, you'll see he's got a little bit of vinegar in those eyes. And I was going to say that the P word to go with it. Yep. But he's he's got he keeps us on our toes. That's for sure.
If anyone, Peggy, have you ever seen the book called The Birth Order?
No, I haven't.
Well, it tells about the different personalities that kids or people have according to their birth order. And it was, I don't know, 30 years ago or so in a kindergarten teacher, because our son was in a class with all firstborns.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of it is true. If you think about the younger ones are usually the ones that a little more crazy, a little more fun.
And I mean, I'm going to repeat this fern pattern through here
like
too.
that.
Just kind of tuck some of those things underneath there.
Wendy's loving your layout.
And then, you know, I mean, all these pieces, like I said, came from the icon and titles. This is actually one of the punch outs from the Halloween. Is one of the leftover pieces from that. So I'm going to just put that one.
So get all your stuff out.
Get it all out. Use it.
I want to say congratulations to Jean. She has a great great grandson who's 6.
Oh wow!
So the boys are
amazing.
And Janet loves that you're mixing ephemera and rub-ons together.
Yeah.
You guys are seeing Peggy in action. Peggy's known for a lot of great things and creativity, and layouts, I think, are top of a lot of what she does. So this is great.
It's kind of my comfort zone, my little wheelhouse that I like.
Well, your family
But
has
I'm
to have
just
great
putting, the
scrapbooks.
two pieces together. You'll see that, this piece has a little tab on it. Well, I didn't want that, but I wanted the lace. And so that's why I'm using it together.
Oh,
I
you
just like
covered it
how I
up?
just covered it up, put those together. And then I still want to see the bottom of that frame. And I still want to see a little bit from the side of it too. So I'm just going to kind of lay that there.
Nice.
And then I'm going to take this. I forgot my dimensional adhesive, but that's okay. Because I probably would have popped this up if I'd had my dimensional adhesive with me. But I like that too, to go on there. I just think, from the day, and it's a great day, and we're discovering things. And I'm going to just kind of use a little bit of glue on this one because I want to bring his.
You got a little butterfly there?
Yeah. And one of the tips that I learned when I did Vicky's Halloween class, I'm just going to use my Nouveau. I'm just going to put that, through the middle. And if I did have my adhesive, my dimensional adhesive, my adhesive dust, I'd put a dot on either side so that the wings would come up.
So you're just gluing the body
so I
of the
am just
butterfly
gluing
so
the
that
body.
it stays a little dimensional.
I just really love these colors together, I'm just going to hold that just to make sure it stays on there.
Jean likes all your ideas.
So yeah, just put a little bit of foam adhesive underneath the wings, and then the wings, it gives the wings kind of a 3D look there. And then I have the magnifying glass because we're discovering things here.
Where are you gonna? I'm anxious to see where you're gonna put that. Can't
Gonna,
wait.
Again, if I had my dimensional adhesive, I'd probably pop that one up. That's
want.
okay. This is going to be fine. I don't know.
And
this
you guys,
way?
She's using Christmas paper.
I think this way.
Mistletoe and Memories paper.
Christmas
You'd
paper.
never know it, would you?
It is the Christmas line.
I'm impressed.
I use and like I said, it's because I like the grid. I like the grid, and this forest moss goes nicely with it.
It does. It's perfect.
And there's a little bit of brighter green, which goes with the green in the jars.
Brings it all together.
And put that there, and then there's in that icon and titles thing. There are these little pieces that say like figure 1, figure 2, figure 3.
Sure.
This says figure 4, and the reason I'm using figure 4 is because Max was 4 years old in these pictures. So that kind of reminds me of that is how old he is there.
Very
so that's
meaningful.
Just a little, detail you can add. And then I thought, actually, I don't want to put that one there quite yet. I'm going to put the word treasure in there first, or treasures.
Also, we have another idea from Elena. She does the same thing with her leaves, that she puts foam tips or puts foam squares at the top and glues the stem in down flat.
I know. I think that is such a great idea because it gives you that dimensional effect. I don't know what I want this at. I'll put it right there.
And you know what? Jean says that we're lucky because in the UK they're having trouble getting the ephemera.
Are they?
Ephemera.
Oh gosh.
We think we're having trouble. You guys,
it's all over. There's
a lot going on right now.
Yep. I'll put a little more adhesive on that one. Make it stick a little bit more. I'm going to go back to my original placement there and put it right down there. So, he's got the little mushrooms in the jar and the little butterfly there, and those are his treasures. And then I always love banner pieces. Banner pieces are so versatile. And again, if I had dimensional adhesive, I'd probably use it on that too, just to pop it up. But, you can use a banner anywhere on a layout, whether I wanted to come up here, that would look good. I actually thought I wanted to put it right through here.
There are a lot of options. You're right.
So I just kind of wanted to put it right through there is where I decided that I liked it. And there's our layout. It's done.
Oh my gosh.
It is done. Now I'm going to show you how you can use it on top of your ink too, because I want to put it, I thought I would put this line somewhere. Where do I want to put it?
It's just a line.
It's just a line. Just because I like lines.
But you add all those little things, Peggy, and they come together as a whole, and they make an amazing,
connect that a little bit.
Amazing project.
So much. And actually, with this line, I can just use my fingernail to pop it on. Or maybe not. Where'd my? You guys kind of see how I do things at home.
Things.
I am too, because at home I'd still be looking for it because my desk is such a mess. But And sometimes when I can't get it picked up, I'll use my sticky thing
Oh,
here.
okay. That is the quick stick
And
tool from
it
We Are
will,
Makers.
yep. And it will help me pick it up.
Or maybe you could get a pokey tool
Yep,
of some sort.
anything like that. And actually, I'm just going to kind of go over that a little bit more and see it a little bit more.
You'll have to show us when you're done. You'll have to show us that up close.
But you know, even if I were to add like that peel paint spritz on here, I think would look really cute too.
Oh, I bet it would.
But I'm not going to do that right now because I don't have the splat box. You can kind of see it right there. And I don't want to get it all over everywhere. And I think Kelly would probably appreciate that a lot too.
Well, possibly. So, there's a lot going on today. I don't know if I want to clean up green spritz.
So here is our layout.
Oh my gosh, it looks amazing.
Start to finish, and look how quickly that went. And look at, you know, the dimension that we were able to give it. If I had like an open black, I maybe go over a little bit of that with black just to give it a little bit of depth.
I think that would be
to
great.
it. I think that would be really pretty to do that. But you know, I wanted to show you how these came alive once you added ink to it, because it's just so pretty. And then I also wanted to show you how to kind of create that inky background too, because it's really easy to do. It doesn't take a lot of time. And as you can see, even though I already, you know, went through all the icons and titles and picked out the pieces that I wanted to use, putting them all together, laying them out on the layout, and just doing the little groupings of them, the layout came together really quick. And I kind of like that. If you had some Nouveau drops or some enamel dots, I think that would be a great place to use some of those on here too. I just think it's really a lot of fun. And like I said, you know, if I wanted to use some spritz and give it a little bit of a shimmer to it, I think that would look really pretty. I would probably want to, you know what we're going to do? One more thing here. I think we have just enough time. I'm going to take my ink and water it down a little bit, and we're going to
what are we going to do?
We're going to splatter just a little bit. So I just put the ink on my stamping block, add a little bit of water. I'm going to take my little brush here, and then I'm just going to add a few more little dots to it, or just a few splatters, just to kind of, you know, continue with that inkiness of the background.
Oh, I like that. Janet just put in a link that has all of I said Patty's. That's like okay. Peggy and Katie combined, but it's really Peggy's products that she used are all linked to that.
So there's our layout today, guys. And I hope, you know, you guys try out, you know, these Irresistibles, because they're really a lot of fun. And don't shy away from them. They're great. They come to life so easily. You can use, you know, any combination. Like, you know, what I use, this fern came from the focus. The chain came from the Echoes in Time, so they are mix and match. And you know, you can use ink, you can use spritz, you can stencil over them, you can just, you know, add different colors of ink. However you want to do it, it will work. And it's just a great way to add a little bit of dimension and depth to your page without, you know, having to do a lot. I mean, you just cut that rub on apart, you rub it on there, you put a little bit of ink with it, and you've got it. It's really a lot of fun to do.
Amazing things, Peggy.
So there you go.
I'm going to switch cameras. Let me turn this off.
Yeah.
And I'm going to switch this, and we're going to watch your head there, Peggy. Okay. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going with that, but I'm getting it out of the way. Oh my gosh, this was so good. I think everybody loves it. Barb says, thanks for the tip about the powder tool over the rub-on if it's a little sticky. I did not know that myself either, so that was a great tip.
It just, you know, it works really well, you know, to take that sticky off of that rub-on, so that way, you know, things don't stick to it. I know when I kind of first put my little tags together, Teresa was looking at it, she goes, oh, a double tag. Well, it was because
they were stuck.
They were stuck together.
So how'd you come up with that? You just thought of that yourself?
No, Vicki said it in her class.
Vicki did? Okay.
I am not the originator of that idea, trust me. But Vicki said that in her class. And I thought, well, that is, I mean, It's
awesome.
almost like it should be an obvious kind of thing, but you just don't think about it. But it works well. So
So the rub-ons were
Mhm.
the Irresistibles
Yep.
today that Peggy
Uh-huh.
used, and
Yep.
they are brand new.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Product from 49
yeah,
and
it's
Market.
just they've not
Mhm.
had nobody's had rub-ons like these. A
No.
lot of times, you know, Peggy, how rub-ons have kind of that white,
Filmy.
cloudy film
Mhm.
around them,
Yeah.
and these do not. And
They
that's
don't.
what
They are clear.
I know
And I
Janine was
just
super
love
excited
them.
about them.
Mhm. So the Focus and the Echoes in Time are the ones that we used um, uh, in the demo today. The blue one that are just the Curiosity ones. This is a set that Teresa used in this card.
So we
So
really
have
showed you all three
sets.
today.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
wow,
All three
go
sets
memory
there.
bound.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
I do hope that they continue coming out with these because I just love them.
And
Mhm.
Janet just linked them. So Janet, thanks
Yeah.
for coming along with us
Mhm.
today and linking and drinking and
Yep.
answering questions.
And the
Peggy,
49 and Market inks, if you guys haven't tried those yet, they are just very pretty. I really like those.
Can you show those again a little?
Yeah. So I used Arctic Blitz and Off the Rails on the background of this one. And then for on the inside here, I used the Just Peachy and the Daffodil, and then used a little bit of Rusty Hinge Distress ink. And I did just use the Distress inks. I didn't use oxides on this, but the oxides will work just as well.
Sure.
They're going to show up just as well if you use those, if you have those. And then on this one, the same inks were used, the Off the Rails, you know, was a black, Just Peachy and Daffodil with a little bit of Rusty Hinge on that. And this was the Forest Moss with Wilted Violet and the Peel Paint Spritz.
That looks
And
so pretty. That was a unique
I
combination.
really like this one too. This is just really,
Yeah.
I like how it shines. It's just fun. I like how the spritz turned out on it.
It was
I
really
was
good.
really anxious to see how that worked.
So
yeah.
well,
Here we
it's
are.
starting to get crazy here at
It
Memory
is,
Bound.
it
So we're
is.
gonna say goodbye. Thank you,
Yeah.
Peggy, for the
Mhm.
wonderful, amazing
Yeah.
demonstration today.
Mhm.
We're gonna sign off, and tomorrow we're gonna
Yeah.
be back, and we're gonna give you a tour of our holiday open house.
Oh, you guys just wait. It's going to be fun.
It's a good one.
So many good things. So many good things. Mhm.